Well, it is the belief of Toledo's Danny Thomas that research would lead to the cure of all types of pediatric cancer. Today, that dream is one big step closer to a reality thanks to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Towering over the campus of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is a new beacon of hope. A research tower that may soon hold new cures to cancer.
St. Jude's very important in focusing on the research. Not only is it a hospital in which we can take in patients with cancer and try to treat them, but we want to know how to treat them. We want to know how the best ways to treat them, and research is a big part of that.
Dr. Jason Dapper, a senior scientist in the Department of Neurobiology at St. Jude, would know. He works each day researching new cures. But he also knows how it all began.
When St. Jude was made, it was made to have the hospital and the research labs connected to each other. I know Danny Thomas really was very integrated in saying, hey, we need to have the scientists working with the clinicians because we don't want them on their own separate schedules, their own separate islands, not knowing what either is doing. So he really integrated those two together, and St. Jude really epitomizes that.
So what exactly does modern pediatric cancer research look like today?
We work on a lot of drug discovery in our lab, and we use models to mimic the cancers that patients have and then find new drugs that we can test on those to see how they work. And if they do positively work, we can move them forward into a clinic. And St. Jude is very well equipped to do that because being a research institution and a hospital at the same time, you can really tie together that bench to bedside aspect.
And that's what makes the work at St. Jude truly unique. New medicines, clinical trials, and treatment protocols are developed right on campus. What happens in the lab can immediately be put into treatment. But that's not all. The information is also openly shared with all across the world.
When we do a lot of our research, especially our big collaborative projects, we do make our resources freely available for any other labs that want to be able to research them. We have a list of a database of all the cancers that we have and all the next generation sequencing we've done on them, and we make that freely available.
This research directly plays off the Human Genome Project that was developed at St. Jude. The goal of this project is to map the human DNA and genetic causes of cancer. With this data, the code to cure cancer, hopefully ready to be cracked. When you come to work every day, do you believe that breakthroughs and cures are going to come from your lab?
Absolutely. So I think some of the stuff that we do is really setting up for the future the way we can do drug discovery, the way we could treat certain types of cancer that are very hard to treat, and some of the work I'm doing is giving a footprint for the people to research that in the future.
This future and hope for more cures wouldn't be possible without Toledo's Danny Thomas. His bold vision opened the doors at St. Jude over 60 years ago.
I would say thank you for having this vision and this dream of putting together this hospital in which we could do the research and treat the patients with cancer, because not only has it progressed science in general, but think of the hundreds and thousands of patients that have come through here that have been treated that might not have had an option.
Today, the brand new I-4 research tower on the campus of St. Jude now leads the way with research around the clock, day and night. It's the race to find a cure through modern medicine. The task, not complete until cancer is cured for good.
I know when St. Jude started, overall cancer rate in children was about a 20% survival rate. Well, St. Jude's research, along with collaborating with other groups, have brought that up all the way to 80%. And in fact, ALL, which is a certain type of blood cancer, has gone from 4% survival to 94% survival, including a lot of the work that St. Jude has directly performed on ALL.
Precious lives saved with every dollar raised. Supporting the research at St. Jude, making all the difference.
I believe Danny had a vision, and we are making it come true right now, and we are trying everything we can, and we're using the resources that we can and pushing technology forward, and we are finding cures.
Brand new update, now fewer than 400 tickets that are remaining for the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway this year, and it could be your $100 ticket that helps to be the key to cure all types of cancer. Let's get over to my colleague, Melissa Andrews, who is live out at the St. Jude Dream Home. And Melissa, the experience that we've been able to collectively share being down at St. Jude, to be on the front lines with those that are actually saving lives right now, really hits home when you can actually stand in the Dream Home and to know $2 million raised here in Toledo goes to help that mission. Truly incredible, isn't it?
You're right, Chris. I'm in the Dream Home, but I was down at St. Jude with you just a couple months ago, and we literally saw the scientists in that new research tower with all their formulas written out and working under the microscopes and actively trying to find cures for the many cancers that afflict children. And one of our big partners in our St. Jude Dream Home is Matt Simpson and Lazy Boy, and we thank you so much for partnering with us again. And man, this is my favorite room in this year's house.
This is pretty cool. Our design team put this together, and it is so much fun. I told you earlier, I think I'll be having sloths holding back my curtains in my bedroom before this is all said and done.
Same. It's impressive. Talk to us about the partnership now. For many years, we've been doing this together. What does it mean for Lazy Boy, for you, for the employees there who do so much for this campaign?
Yeah, we actually had one of our past employees whose daughter has brain cancer, and it was so impressive that she was treated at University of Michigan, but they sent a lot of her test results down to St. Jude for a second look and opinions, and the cancer committee would get together and then with the people in Ann Arbor, and so that relationship is just priceless.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because that is one of the things that I learned down in Memphis is it isn't just children who are actively being cared for in the hospital. You can go there, get a treatment plan for your child, and then receive the treatment in your hometown, which is the best case scenario. You guys have done a knockout job. We've got a full tour of the house coming up in the 6 o'clock half hour, but how cool would it be, you guys, to be able to say live on air that we've sold out of tickets for this year and raised $2 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We want to say it here on the air before 6:30. So scan that QR code, dial the number, or get on the website and reserve your $100 ticket. We'll be right back.